C again. It looked like a crescent of the moon.
Oh, it does. Let's try some more faces with my hands. No, it's not round enough.
No, it's okay. I have an idea.
Okay, show me.
We can use other things.
All right.
Let's go.
Cool.
All right, guys. So today we're going to be doing the phases of the moon, and Miss Nicole is going to be representing Earth. And our tennis ball, which we put a stick in, poked a little hole, so ask a parent. And we put the stick in, and that's going to represent our moon. And then our light bulb here is representing our sun. Miss Nicole, let's show them a new moon. A new moon cannot be seen because we are looking at the unlit half of the moon. A waxing crescent. This is when the moon looks like a crescent and gets bigger in size from one day to the next. Now the first quarter, half of the lit moon portion is visible. The waxing gibbous, this occurs when more than half of the lit portion of the moon can be seen. It gets bigger in size day by day. Now a full moon, the entire lit portion of the moon can be seen. That's beautiful. A waning gibbous. This occurs when more than half of the lit portion of the moon can be seen but gets smaller in size day by day. The third quarter, that's half of the lit portion of the moon, is visible. And then the waning crescent. This is when the moon looks like a crescent and gets smaller in size from one day to the next. All right, guys, now you guys remember I told Miss Nicole that I have different ways that we could do the phases of the moon. Now, one way is with Oreos. Who's ready for a sweet little snack? But first, let's go over the materials you need. You're going to need a paper plate. If you have a plastic knife, you could use that, but make sure a parent is nearby. But I have a popsicle stick, which is safer. And then you will be able to get one of these that shows you the different phases of the moon. Now, let's make some with some Oreos, guys. All right, guys, so you guys are going to need 4 Oreos, okay? Now, there's 8 phases of the moon, so these 4 will work, okay? So you're going to gently open your Oreo like so. I'm just gonna do all of them so I have a head start. All right, so I have taken all of my cookies apart, and look guys, I already have a new moon and a full moon. Now I have this paper here that's already labeled, and I'm just gonna put them on there just to put off to the side. Now let's move on to a waxing crescent. So I'm gonna get a cookie full of cream, and I'm going to carve that out like that, and then take the rest off. And that's my waxing crescent. Place that right there. And then I'm just gonna keep going from there and do the rest of them. All right, I'm almost done. This one is the third quarter. If you need to use your fingers, that's fine. Just make sure your hands are clean. All right, guys, we did it. Now we have my new moon, waxing crescent, first quarter, waxing gibbous, full moon, waning gibbous, third quarter, and waning crescent. Great job. By the way, guys, I forgot. Look at this. When you guys merge these together, they become full moons. You add this one to that one, full moon. This one to that one, full moon. This one to that one, full moon. Let's go.
Okay, for you 4th and 6th 6th graders. You guys had just finished doing the phases of the moon with Miss Kayla. We are going to create something a little bit more so that we can place our phase of the moon around our Earth so we can see how it revolves and rotates around Earth. So the materials you'll need: black piece of construction paper, white, yellow. You'll need green, blue, orange, red, yellow markers, glue stick, pencil, cup to trace, and some scissors. So when using your scissors, make sure that you have a parent next to you to supervise you, okay? Let's begin. Oh, I forgot. For you 1st and 3rd graders, you can also join in this activity, okay? So stay tuned. All right, guys, take your white paper, your cup to trace, your pencil, and you're just gonna simply create a circle for the Earth. Once you have that, now we're gonna have to create Earth. So you need your green and your blue marker. Take your green first, and let's create some land. Little squiggly here, little squiggly there, and a little squiggly here. Okay? You got those, you're gonna color those in green. Now you wanna take your blue and fill in the rest for the water. Go ahead and outline that and color it in. Once you guys are done with your Earth, take your scissors and cut it out. All right, now we're gonna create our sun. So you guys can either use white paper if you don't have yellow. So if you use the white paper, all you're gonna do is just take that edge. You're gonna create sort of a rainbow type of shape. I'm gonna add a little red in there, you know, heat waves and whatnot. And then you're gonna fill all of this in yellow, okay? All of that yellow, nice and detailed. We'll add a little bit more orange in there to create those sun rays. And we'll add some red. It's only if you're using white paper. If not, using yellow, we already have most of it there. You're gonna take a pencil and do the same thing, create that line. And you're gonna take your, let's do orange first. Take your orange to create the same line. Then some red. Wiggle, squiggle. And then one more orange. Once you're done with that, just gonna cut it out. Now that you have your sun and your Earth, take your black paper, just align it to make sure it fits. Perfect. Your Earth, take your glue stick, and glue it down. Now that you guys have completed your project, let's add our phases of the moon onto our paper around our Earth, starting with the new moon. Waxing crescent, looks delicious. Our first quarter, our waxing gibbous, our full moon, our waning gibbous, our third quarter, and our waning crescent. Grab your white color pencil and let's label them. Once you guys are done labeling, you're gonna add your arrows in there. In between, place your cookie back on top so that we know which way that the moon is changing. When your cookies are gone, that's what it should look like. Once you're done with that, enjoy and eat these cookies.
All right, middle school. Now, everybody else can join us, but the materials you guys will need for this activity is a yellow piece of construction paper, a white piece, and a black piece. You'll need a pencil, pencil, and a ruler, 2 plastic cups, a permanent marker and a pen. I have a marker, but use what you got. You guys will get one of these that you guys can print out. Glue. You'll need tape and scissors. So let's get busy. All right, first things first, you want to measure your cup from top to bottom. And it is a little over 3.5 inches. So you're going to put that on your paper from top to bottom. And you're gonna mark it. All right, so you just wanna make a little line just so you're cutting straight and it's nice and even. And then cut straight across. All right, next we're going to do our sun. So that needs to be 1 inch all around. So I'm gonna get my ruler and just mark a little dot here. That's 1 inch there. Then I'm going to put 1/2 inch in the center, the best I can, and put a dot right in the center and then also on the edges of the 1 inch. Now that can guide me to make my circle. All right, guys, just soften up your edges so it can just be just as round as you want it to be. The closest thing to round. And then we'll cut it out. All right, now that we're done, here is our moon. We are gonna get our black paper that we cut and we're gonna put the moon in the center and glue it. Where's my glue? There it is. So we're just gonna glue that in the center. Right now that you guys have your moon in the center, you're gonna roll your paper toward the back so that your moon is still on the outside. Roll it a little tight, just like this. And then we're gonna place it in our cup and let it go. So now that we let it go, we're gonna secure our paper by taping and securing it in like this. I'll just give it a couple of pieces. Now this extra paper, we could just cut off, okay? All right, once we have secured our paper in our cup, we place it into our empty cup like this. Now, with your white paper, this is where you're gonna write all of the faces of the moon, fairly small, and then we're gonna cut them out. So let's start. Okay guys, so I wrote down my phases and I'm just gonna cut a strip and tape it around the cup, okay? If it's too much on the edges, you guys can always cut the ends off. So make sure you give yourself a little more room. All right guys, so I have my phases of the moon labeled, taped around. Now as you can see, full moon, I drew here and that's what it looks like. And I'm just gonna draw the rest of the shapes around using all of the dark shades only, okay? So let's get started. There you guys have it. It's on full moon right now. And what you wanna do is go counterclockwise. I actually put an arrow here so it's a good reminder. So counterclockwise. And now we're going through the phases of the moon. Hope you guys enjoyed and see you guys at the discussion.
I'm taller than you today.
I can see that, and I see that you've changed your shirt.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to look like you today.
Oh. All right, guys. So today we learned a lot about the phases of the moon, and I have a few questions for you guys to answer right at home. All right. So the first one is, what do you think makes the moon shine?
What could that be?
The moon shines because its surface reflects light from the sun.
What shape is the moon?
Is that a trick question?
It is. It's a trick question, guys.
The moon is a circle/sphere.
Why doesn't the moon always look like a circle?
The shape of the moon depends on its position to the sun.
Where does the light go when it looks like it's missing part of the circle?
The sun's light is shining on the surface of the earth or going into space. I have one more question. How many moon phases are there? Refer to your project.
There's a total of 8 moon phases.
How many moon phases?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Moon phases.
I had to dance a little bit to that.
I see. So make sure you guys take a picture of your projects and send it into map@cityofmontclair.org.
She said map@cityofmontclair.org.
All right, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. And don't get too hyper off of the cookies, all right? Have fun.
They have to.
Aw, man.
Eat them up, guys. You're at home.
Have fun, guys. Bye.